absolutely hire retail sales pro again. I'm in a mall that's kind of dying. For the last couple of years, my sales have been okay, but it was time to maybe move on. When the sales started at 9 o'clock, I opened up the gate and there was not a person out there. Travis, I want you to know 5 minutes later, you could not get another person in the store. It was so busy that we tried taking pictures. They were all blurry. For the next 3 days, we had so many people in this store that it was unbelievable. They were buying everything and at probably the same markdown as what we'd be doing in a 15 to 20% off sale that meant nothing before. Results. I mean, everything you said through the sale actually was right. Because every day when I went home at night, I could sleep again because I knew that this program was working. Well, I mean, I did research other companies and everything. I said, well, Travis, you're actually a little more expensive than everyone else. And you said, Mark, I am, but you will see the results. As you see, there is nothing left in the store. We actually turned a profit. I have my accounts payables are zero. It's a done deal. It's a wrap. And that's what I'm most impressed about. I got the book, not even knowing I was going to go with you. But as I went through that book, it almost hit every feeling that I was feeling at the time. It went through the emotional part. Of course, it's an emotional time. I've had the business for 23 years. Just look at it. You keep thinking it's going to get better. It's going to get better. And it just isn't getting any better. I had a meeting with my accountant. Well, his first thing was, Mark, you don't need to pay anybody to close your store. Just run ads in the paper, on the radio. So when I said I didn't think it was going to work, just simply because I've been running ads. We've been 15 to 20% off for years. It doesn't generate any business because of the internet. The biggest thing that I'll ever remember from you, Travis, you said retail sales pro will run the numbers, you run the business. I'll let you know what to do on a daily basis. To me, that was the biggest relief. I just sat back and said, that's the way I want to do it. One of my biggest concerns was my store even big enough to pay someone to close it out? If this didn't work, what do I do with the stuff that's left over? The biggest thing was just, I don't even know if I have enough inventory to do it. You've always got some things that will not sell. We had team cleats, we had running shoes, we had all the apparel, we had football apparel, we had hockey apparel. Now, this stuff was selling on non-season time. That's what impressed me the most. At the end of the sale, when I closed the gate, I had 7 boxes of inventory left. You kind of take your job as a personal job. Every day that we talked, you just kept saying every day, Mark, you're right on track. And that goes back to somebody else running the numbers, me running the business. And as you told me, at the end, it's all going to happen again. You're going to be just as busy as you were at the beginning. And let me tell you, the last week we were. One of the greatest things about working with Travis is as you go through the sale, of course, you're going to have questions. And the amount of times I bugged you and the amount of times you got back to me, as soon as you could, just to calm some of my fears. When you're closing out a business after 23 years, there's a lot of emotion. Full question, pops in your brain again. You're going, is this really the right thing to do? After talking to you again, it was absolutely the right thing to do. I think the top 3 things were first of all, just being comfortable. I mean, Travis, you're on the internet. I've never met you. I'm dealing with somebody that tells me they have the concepts. So that's just being comfortable on the whole thing. Whenever I started feeling a little iffy, you told me, give it a couple more days, and it came back again. No, and once we got to the end of the sale, looking at all the numbers, I was very impressed with the numbers. As the sale ended, I'm completely satisfied. I would absolutely hire a retail sales pro again.